Well, good day, viewers, and here we are at Noel's Garden Tractors and Firewood. Today is grass cutting day, among a million other things to do. But anyway, we're going to try and stay at the grass cutting. Nice blue sky here today. Surprisingly, it's a nice day. It wasn't supposed to be, but it is very nice out. Things are green. And I'm doing some weed whacking, so I can only weed whack for a short time and then have to sit down. So this is kind of a little break, so I'm just going to get ready to get back at it again. So I'll switch you around and show you what I'm going to be doing. And no eye exercises today, so that's kind of too bad. So got to keep your eyes exercised. So we have the 16 out here today, and I've already done some weed whacking with the Red Max thing, and well, what a time trying to get that thing going today. And the other day, and I used it at home and started the first full. So, and that's the way the thing is for some reason. I don't know why, but it seems like it floods the carburetor when it's sitting in storage sometimes. Well, I had some job trying to get that going today. I was doing a lot of thinking about battery weed whackers, that's for sure. Anyway, so I got to weed whack around there and around this little building here. I've already gone around those two pallets there. That's where we set the mowing deck that is on the Ferguson tractor, which is now broken. Somehow or some way or something happened. After I used it the other day, all seemed fine, and then when I walked around the back of it another day, oil all over the place. So she drained the gearbox for some reason. So seal is bad, or a twig get into it, or anyway, it's broke. After 7 or 8 years, it always worked good, and we always check the oil in it. And I did check the oil in it the other day before I used it, and it was down a little bit, so I thought, well, I'll fill it up. Well, I guess I shouldn't have done that, so anyway, broke. So yeah, I got to go around this mini barn and around this area here and down around the old snowblower pile there. And I've already done around that little tree up there, and I don't know if you can see the wood splitter through the edge of the trees there. I've already done around it, and I've done around the plow and the discs, and we're just gonna continue on. Just a short little video here, so I'll show you some weed whacking. That's going to be exciting, and I'll only do a little bit of that. So anyway, and then we'll get on the tractor and do a little bit of that just for fun, as my father used to say. All right, hang on, I'll get back to you in a minute. Right, we get started here, and you can still see those shingles that are on the ramp there. If you know of anybody that can do a shingling job for me, let me know. So now, let this thing start again, if it'll start. There now, that thing works pretty good when you get it going anyway. Alright, I'll shut you off for now. You've probably had enough of that. Alright, away we go here doing some grass cutting now. And I got a cup of coffee with me. That's a good thing. I'll just show you a little bit, I guess. There we go. 1976 Massey Ferguson 16. And as a fellow YouTuber says, it's a lot cooler than a zero turn. That's for sure. Alright, that's a quick little thing today for you to watch. Hopefully you might enjoy that. It's nothing too exciting or startling, as my aunt used to say. Alright, have a great day wherever you're at, whatever you're doing.